Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fisher Blog number 136, and I spent a fair amount of time in the fish room this week looking for guppies that I want to isolate and set up into breeding colonies. And one of the things I first started looking at was this tank because, first off, I really like the markings on the males, and this young male is coming up in color now, and as you can see, is holding true to the pattern, which is nice, and I think he might be a good candidate for that. And like I said, I wanted to go through and find probably about 3 males, I think, maybe 4. I'm not sure exactly until I have a look thoroughly through everything and make sure that I get the color types that I want. I'm not really looking to line breed or anything, but I'm just looking for males that catch my eye. And there's about 2 or 3 of them in here that I really do like. Unfortunately, they're in with zebra danios, so it is going to be difficult to point them out. But you can see there's a couple of males in there that are just flashing quite nicely, and as you can see, they have tons of energy. I wonder if being raised with zebra danios has an effect on that, because as you can see, it's just chaos. I mean, they're doing very, very well. I'm very happy with this. And as you can see, right in this corner here, there's at least 3 males in there by itself that I think I would like to breed. And, well, I'm going to, like I said, hook up about 3 15-gallon tanks, put a few females in each of them, and pick out some males. And you can see there's a nice male there, and one other I think that I might like in this tank. And, of course, a bunch of females. And, well, we'll just keep this all going. As I said before many times, I'm not into line breeding these guys. I just want to have some nice, colorful, healthy fish. So, this is the female, I think, who was all buried up, and as you can see, there's no eggs underneath her tail anymore. They're all out and running around, so I thought I'd give a quick video showing you these, and I did have a look. I did not see any shrimplets yet, but then again, they'd be very, very, very tiny at this point, and, well, hopefully they're going to, survive now that there's no fish competing in here. And we'll get a few more of these guys. I would like to get a few dozen of them, but like I said, we'll have to wait and see. I want to show you this filter. Built it fairly lengthy time ago now. I'd have to look at my records for videos to see when it was. I have done next to no maintenance on it, which is I'm very happy about, and it is doing very well. Above tank trickle filters like that are fairly worry-free. One of the few things that happens with them sometimes is the pump can get plugged up. Haven't had any issue with that because there's not really a whole lot of fish in this tank. It's just that group of angels that I'm growing out to possibly breed. And as you can see, once I got the fern out of the way, the Java fern is doing really, really well. And, well, so is that fern there. This is a rabbit soot fern, and I now have a number of these, which is great because I do like having the look of it above aquariums. And I thought I'd show you this. This is, obviously, peace lily. You notice that some of the older leaves are not as green as they were, but then again, there's no fish in this tank at the moment. I was going to move the leopard danios over and get them breeding in there. Haven't done that yet, but once I do and there's some more, waste from the fish, I think this will all start picking up again. I want to show you this part of it as well, because this is the tube that feeds water up into that. And as you can see, roots are now spreading down through this and into the aquarium. So it's doing really well. It's just not quite as green as I'd like. And once I, again, say get some fish in here and start feeding these fish and getting all that going, the color will come back in those. Remember last week I showed you a male that had a bit of fungus on its nose because of a fight, and as you can see, when it's right at the top and the back, it's going to come forward in a second. There you go. It's starting to heal quite nicely. These fish are getting a little older now, so I was kind of, well, not really concerned, but it was a possibility that he may not heal as well, but so far so good. I want to show you these guys because I have a question for you. When is enough of a given species in a fish room? I have a lot of killifish now. They breed really well, they grow well, and as you can see, they're thriving in here. I don't have a whole lot of use for them in aquariums for clients, but it is one of my favorite fish, so I am going to keep a colony going forward for quite some time. But I'm not sure how much more breeding I want to do them because, like I said, eventually you just have more than you need. So I'll just keep that colony going. We'll see how something might come up. Who knows? I took the front cover of this off to show you how well the ferns are doing. You can see there's also Java moss growing in there, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I will eventually put a few more plants in here, but I'm not sure it's really necessary anymore because of how well this is all growing. So this this lily here is really starting to send out a lot of roots. You can see them down into the tank. And I think it really does make this whole centerpiece that much nicer to look at. And yeah, I'm very happy with this. It turned out really well. At some point I should probably take the fishing line I used to originally get the Java fern into place off of there, but for the moment it's fine. One of those projects that I'll probably never get to, but you know, every now and then when I look at videos like this, I kind of think about it. As you can see, nothing's been done in here. This is so overgrown. It's just I am waiting to get that U-shaped paludarium back up and running. They are in the middle of some sort of well, the client has a bunch of year-end stuff that they need to do and figuring out budgets and all that sort of thing, so it may be on hold for a little while. We'll have to see. This is, well, one of the easy builds I did. This is well, it's a simple box filter, and it doesn't require anything special. You don't need any lathes, milling machines, or anything along those lines. You don't have to buy any special acrylic. This is all square tube. Well, I made the square tubes, and it just required a table saw. You could probably cut the acrylic another way, but this is the easy one. And yeah, I put this together, and I wanted to show it to you because, well, it's filtering this tank, and as you can see, the tank is healthy. The fish are, well, not a whole lot of fish in here, but they're doing well. And I haven't cleaned this yet. I just let it run, and it's doing quite well. Actually, no, that's not true. I think I did a demonstration cleaning of it that it didn't really require in a video a little while ago, and I haven't touched it since. I moved it into here. Everything's doing fine here, of course. And yeah, it's a perfectly fine filter. So I'm going to end up today's video with these guys. These are the baby crebensis. I am keeping a little bit of an eye on this tank because, well, they are doing really well rearing them, but there comes to a point in time when you need to, well, separate the parents from the fry, mostly because, as you can see, there's a bit of a tear in her fin there. She is rounding out again, as you can see, and obviously is able to spawn again. And that is a kind of a signal that sometimes can, you know, make it a little bit rough between the male and the female. So I have to watch this to make sure nothing terrible is going to happen to either of them. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Leave comments. Let me know what you think of all this, and I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.